Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial of Rhinoceros. Today we are going to learn how to design different glasses or bottles. What we're going to do after we finish this tutorial is that you're going to be able to design different types of glasses or bottles, and we're going to make sort of a contest to see the designs that you guys make. So first of all, you have to complete the tutorial in order to do your own. Okay? So we're going to open, first of all, we're going to open Rhinoceros in large objects, centimeters. Okay? That way we have more space. So we're going to do it on large objects, centimeters. And we are going to start our design on the front view. Okay, now I'm going to make a line. Remember to have snap and planner activated. I'm going to make a line here on the front view. It doesn't require any distance, but I'm going to do it with 4 centimeters, okay, of radius. And that's it. Then I'm going to create a curve. Okay, I'm creating a curve to create the glass. And this curve is, okay, I clicked on 11x y9, and then I click here on 1020. Okay, now here I have my curve. It's kind of like half of the glass. Now I'm going to select the 2 lines. Okay, I'm selecting from right to left, select the 2 lines, and then I'm going to join them. After I join these 2 lines, I'm going to revolve. Okay, so I'm going to click on the lines. I'm going to type in revolve in the command line. Start of the revolve axis is going to be on 0, 0. Then I'm going to go up on the front view, click again, and then type on the command line 0, 360. Okay? Of course, here I have the glass. Okay, kind of like the base of what I'm doing. Okay, very good. Now what I want to do is I want to find out the contour of this glass. So I'm going to apply a tool called contour. Okay, now I'm going to select the objects to contour. Then the contour plane, or the contour plane base point is going to be on 0, 0. And the direction perpendicular to contour is going to be up on the front view. Okay. Now the distance between those lines is going to be 2. So I'm going to type in 2, press enter, and here I have the contour lines. These lines are going to help me create some designs on my glass using contour lines. Okay, so this helps a lot. So I created a bunch of lines that are going to help me either make, there are curves on each part, so I can make different types of designs there. Okay, very good. After I have this, I am going to enable OSNAP, check end, and I'm going to make some ellipsoids. Okay, I'm going to make some ellipsoids, and on the right view, I can do it on the right view or on the front view. Okay, now on the front view, you're going to get your dot, or the position is going to be on 0, 0. So on the right view, you actually are standing over here. Okay, so you can do it on the right view or on the perspective, wherever viewport helps you get that point of end. Okay, so I'm going to do it here. Now the ellipsoid is going to be, okay, let's do it on the second line of contour. I'm going to do it over here, and it's going to be 2 centimeters to the right and 2 centimeters up. Okay, now the width of the ellipsoid is going to be, you can put 1 if you want. Just type in 1 when it's where it says end of third axis. You can click on 1, and here you have an ellipsoid. Okay. Now with the ellipsoid, something very particular happens. We're making some designs on this glass. So I have the ellipsoid coming out. Now on the front view, I am going to arrange this ellipsoid. Now for this, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off the snap. Okay. I am going to click on the rotate option. Now where it says, when I take it near the center of the ellipsoid, I click when the end appears and go to the right and just kind of twist it a little. Okay. Twist it a little so it has kind of like the same way that the curve is going. Now after I do that, I'm going to pull the ellipsoid just a little bit out, and it's because I want 50% of the ellipsoid to be out of the glass. That way when I create these holes in the glass, I don't get like edges outside. Okay, so I'm going to take 50% of the ellipsoid, a little bit more than 50% out of the glass. Okay, very well. So I have my first ellipsoid. Now I'm going to do exactly the same with other ellipsoids. So I'm going to make some more. Okay, remember that I have the end button activated. Okay, I'm going to do it on this 2 to the left. Okay, you can activate snap again. 2 up, and 1. Okay, now here we're going to have to fix this one. I'm also going to take the snap out. I am going to rotate my, rotate my ellipsoid. Just tilt it a little so you can have the same way that the glass is. And I'm going to pull it out. Just a little, so I have 50%, more than 50% of the ellipsoid out of the glass. Okay, here we go. We're going to do it with the last one. Okay, I'm going to do my other ellipsoid here on this part. Snap. That way I can do it perfect. 2 right, 2 up, and 1 in. Okay, so going to do this to rotate. Now this one looks pretty good. I'm just going to take it out a little. Oh, this one looks perfect. Rotate it, then I'm going to just pull it out so I can have more than 50%. Okay, so I have 3 ellipsoids on the glass. Okay, now I have to use an array of ellipsoids so I can take it all around this surface. And how do we do that? Okay, first of all, we are going to go to transform, array, polar array, and we are going to select these objects to array. So from left to right, I'm going to select only these the ellipsoids. Okay, only the ellipsoids. Okay, so I have selected my 3 ellipsoids. Now I'm going to go to transform, array, polar. Now the center of the polar array, go to the top view. Remember to disable the OSNAP before you do this. So go to the top view, click on the center, and then when it says number of items, you're going to type in 8, enter. Okay, and the angle is 360, so you can type in 360. If you have it there, you just have to press enter, but it's 360, enter, and here you have an array of all the ellipsoids. Okay, now we have our glass full of ellipsoids. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just select only the like a row, one row, and leave a space, and then I'm going to select the first and the third row. So I'm going to select the first, okay, on the front view, and select the third row, and I want to twist them a little. So I'm going to rotate them. So from the front view, click on rotate, this link over here, this tool, and go to the top view, click on the center, go to the right, and just about 45 degrees, okay? So if you're here, you can twist them about 45 degrees. Very good. Doesn't have to be perfect though, okay? Now we have our glass full of ellipsoids, okay? Now we're going to create a Boolean difference very quickly. Now we're going to type down Boolean difference. Now I'm going to make this set minus, and I'm going to select all the ellipsoids. Try to do it on the front view, okay? So on the front view, select only the ellipsoids. And press enter, and here you will have more or less the combination, okay? The Boolean difference. You see? Okay, if you want to see it better, you can see it rendered. So we have the little glass. You can check that there are no holes, okay, damaged. Okay. Now the other part that we need is, this is a surface. Remember that this is a surface, and it doesn't have, it's not a solid. Like, there is not a number for the thickness of this surface. So we have to make that. I'm going to teach you a tool, and it's called, you can type in offset surface, okay? Select the surfaces. Now I'm going to offset this because I'm going to give it a thickness, okay? Now I select the surface, then look at all these arrows pointing out. I'm going to click on flip all because I want them pointing in, okay? I'm going to click on solid because I want to make a solid out of this, and offset distance 0.2, okay? So you're going to type in 0.2, press enter, and here you have a solid now, okay? Now if you can see, there is an edge on this part. Now the glass has it's a solid. Like, if I wanted to print this out, I would get a solid. Plus, I have all these little parts inside that are going to be different in my design. So now this is a solid. Okay? I created a solid. It's not a surface. Now it has a thickness. Now I can print it out. Okay, very good. Now what I'm going to do is that I will extract the surface that I used. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click on explode, okay, or extract surfaces. Okay, I'm going to right click, okay, select the surfaces to extract this one, and then press enter. Very well. Now there are two types of surfaces, okay? So you can see we have one on the outside and one on the inside. I'm going to take the outside and I'm going to erase this one because that's the one I used to create the solid. So I took it out. So you can see you have the surface, now you have the solid, and you have the surface. Now this surface, I'm going to put it on the red layer. You can see it when it's ghosted. You can see you have a red layer. Okay. I'm going to take it to the red layer. Very good. And, okay, remember that all these parts, looks like I have two layers over here, so I'm going to take one off. Okay. Make sure that when you're erasing the layer, that it's the layer, the outside layer, okay? There we go. Okay. click here, and now I have my solid. Okay, I only have the poly surface that I created. That's why I explode the surface, because there are some layers and some surfaces that are created. I just want the solid. Okay, I just want this solid. So if you have more surfaces, you need to take them out. I want the solid, and I want all the little holes on a different layer. Okay, so I'm going to select this. I'm going to take it to the red layer, and I'm going to select the ellipsoids, and I'm going to put them in another layer. Very good. Okay, this bottom part, this cap over here, is also part of the red layer, so I should do that. Okay. So remember, you have to be careful in order to not to have more than two surfaces. You only need one poly surface here, okay, after you explode it. Very good. Now we are going to renderize this this base really quickly. I'm going to use some materials, and basically I want this to be plastic. I want the poly surface to be plastic. Okay, and I want to make it kind of like green. Okay, and all my other holes, like all the little ellipsoids, I would like them to be transparent. So they're going to be kind of like glass. Now we have a glass look on our model, okay? We kind of have like a glass look. Now on the bottom part, remember that this part is also plastic. Okay. Now I'm going to use a ground plane for this. Maybe carbon fiber to make it different a little, to make it a little different. Okay. We use the sun and sky. Turn it on, and let's make it kind of like noon, close to noon. Okay, so we can have more light. Now after you renderize, here's the thing. When you renderize a file or your design, you need it to be completely maximized, like just exactly how you want to look at it, how you want the picture to come out. So it's very important that you organize this. And after you renderize, you want to see where the light hits and probably changes its direction. Or put more. In this case, you can see that the light is hitting from the west. Okay, it's hitting from the west, and I don't see a lot of light here in front. So I want to turn it around. Just turn around your design. Turn it a little, and you renderize again, and you're gonna see the sun. Now it's hitting more. Okay, now it hits a little bit more. Okay. Very good. Now you have a glass design. Now you can change a lot of things into a glass. Okay. Instead of using ellipsoids, you can use any other solid to help you create the glass. Okay. You can use ellipsoids. You can use a pipe. Okay. And for the pipe is very simple. Okay. You can use a pipe and create your objects. Create a pipe around using the contour lines. You can create a pipe and then Boolean difference that line, and you will have a different type of glass. And use your imagination. Okay. this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this. Okay. And now this guy, let's change it a little. I'm going to make like a set of little glasses. Let's make a set of glasses. Okay. And let me copy this again. Okay. Didn't get everything. Now copying it. Okay. And with this one, let me give it another type of color. Maybe hot pink. Okay, so make sure to have all your designs ready, and here you can renderize now. Here I have a set of 3 small cups. Now your challenge is to make 3 different types of cups. Okay? That way you can have different types of cups with different designs. And this is what we're going to do. Your contest is based on your glass design. Remember that the curves can vary. The types of designs that you use on the cups can vary a lot. And that way you will learn how to create solids in order to make them real for printing on a 3D printer. I think we need a little bit more light here. Let me just put a light in front. I'm going to make a light over here on the front view. It's very important that you guys work a lot on your render. Like, there's so much you can do in order to get this really well organized and look pretty. Okay, you can have a light here. I can also have a light on top. Okay, if you use lights, you should want to put them far away in order to get more space out of the light. Okay, now here you can see that it's very well lit. Okay, now let's try it that way. Rendering is about try and error. It's about how to get the position, the colors, the textures, the materials all together until something looks very real. Okay, now this looks a lot better. There's more light. I can see the materials. Okay, without light, you can't see if the material looks actually real. Now this one looks actually like plastic. It's going to take more time to renderize because the more complex the materials are and the lights are, the computer takes a little bit more time to renderize all these materials. But it looks great. Okay, so it's up to you guys in order to do your own designs, your own glasses or your own cups, and I want to see a really, really, really great contest. Okay, let's wait till it finishes and we will be practically done. Very good. So here we have it. I'm going to save this. Remember to save it as a JPEG with your name. And this will be our tutorial for Teen. Okay?